Hello, welcome to my COVID-19 Diaries, and I'm now coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota in the United States. I came back from Vietnam on Thursday. The flight was, everything went smoothly. It was better than I expected. I flew from Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City to Narita in Tokyo. The airport was basically a ghost town. There weren't many people around. All the shops were closed. I was the only person in the lounge at the airport, and there were only two people in business class. The plane was pretty empty. And in Tokyo, the connection was fast and seamless. And then I landed in Chicago at O'Hare Airport. The flight from Chicago to Minneapolis was not as good. I was in economy class for some reason. You know, my ticket was business. It was business all the way to Chicago for some reason. The flight from Chicago to Minneapolis was economy. That plane is a United flight. Was a little more busy than I liked it. Even then, they didn't have anyone in the middle seat, but it wasn't like it was on the flight across the Pacific. So here I am. It's raining, but the weather's been really nice. The first day I was here, Thursday, Friday were absolutely gorgeous days. But then it's been raining since last night, and it's rained all day, and it's supposed to finish sometimes this evening. It's nice to be back in my own house. It's nice to sleep in my own bed. The bed that I had in Ho Chi Minh City was awful. So when I came back here, the first thing I noticed is I had a friend of mine staying in this house, and on the coffee table, you see my books behind me. But when I came back, there was a book out, lying on the coffee table, and the book was this TS Eliot book. It's his writing poems about cats. If you've never heard of this book, that's okay, but I'm sure you've heard of what this thing ended up in, or as an inspiration to. Along came Tim Rice and his partner, the lyricist Andrew Lloyd Webber, and they took this book and made the musical Cats. Now, you either love cats or you hate cats, but you have to recognize that it was a cultural phenomenon that's still going strong. So this book was lying here, and it must have interested my friend because he left it out. And I'm looking at this book, and it looks like it was given to me as a present by an old girlfriend of mine. It must have been 10 or 15 years ago that this book was given to me. And as I look in it, the first another interesting thing is that recently, like a few months ago, I was reading this new book about Faber Faber, the publishers who actually published this book, and actually a famous literary publishing house in the UK. Anyway, it's a family-run business, and the son who was running it last, he actually wrote a sort of a memoir about he went through the archive of the publishing house and collected minutiae like memos and meeting notes and letters that have been written and negotiations that the firm had undertaken. And in that, as you might know, that T.S. Eliot, the person who wrote this, the famous poet, was actually a director, became one of the directors of Faber Faber, and he was in charge of their poetry list. Now, poetry was a pretty big and important part of the Faber catalog, and because of the clout that Eliot had, he was able to bring in some very famous poets, some very up-and-coming young poets. That's Alexa telling me something's been delivered. It was Eliot who was able to bring a young Philip Larkin to Faber. He was able to get several poets who were his contemporaries, why can't I think of his name? The hawk. Anyway, it'll come to me. So he talks about having worked on this book, and later, much after Eliot was gone, this book and the musical that was made from this book actually earned the copyrights that Faber had on this earned them a fortune from all the money that the cats made. So this is something that Eliot did for fun. Actually ended up making Faber and Faber a lot of money. So as I open this, another bit of trivia. If you've, if you're a person of a certain age, or if you like music, I'm sure you remember the song "In the Summertime." Now I won't try and singing it, in the summertime when the weather is fine. Well, that song was performed by a band called Mungo Jerry. Mungo Jerry was basically a thing for a one man band, which is Ray Dorset. He's called Mungo Jerry. The name Mungo Jerry comes from here. There was a cat named Mungo Jerry that Eliot writes about. So here's the connection to a 1968 hit, "In the Summertime," by a band called Mungo Jerry, who got the name from this Eliot book. So let's see what do we have in here. Naming of cats, the Rum Tum Tigger, the song, Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. That's where Mungo Jerry comes back here. So let's look at that. Page 21. Mungo Jerry. I'll just read a couple of lines from it. Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazers were a very notorious couple of cats. As knockabouts, clowns, quick-change comedians, tightrope walkers, and acrobats. They had an extensive reputation. They made their home in Victoria Grove. That was merely their centre of operation, for they were incurably given to rove. They were very well known in Cornwall Gardens, in Lossington Place, and in Kensington Square. They had really a little more reputation than a couple of cats can very well bear. So that's Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. And I guess that's it. I feel happier than I thought I would be coming back. But it's nice to be in my own house, with my own books and my own people. So take care of yourself. I hope that you are taking good precautions during these strange times, and that you will come out stronger, saner, and healthier from this episode. And let's hope the world will be a better place. Thank you.